Hello and welcome to this very special podcast. We're shortly going to be joined by the Police Commissioner of Pune. We're trying to get everyone up to speed about what changes are being taking place in Pune, particularly with the rules that are changing, whether non-essential shops, whether they're allowed, what is the timing that they'll be allowed to function in. All of these, in fact, are something that we are going to be talking to with the Police Commissioner. Quickly bring you up to speed with what are the numbers that we're looking at from Pune. Now, Pune district till yesterday actually recorded 18,706 cases. All Dr. Venkatesham is here
Good
with
evening.
us. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Last couple of days we've seen a lot of is this on? Is this functioning? Is this not working? What are the timings? So it's great to have you here because a lot of those doubts can easily get cleared. Sir, now as far as non-essential shops are concerned, what are the timings finally going to be? And there's also a schedule that some can stay open for a few days in a week and some can stay open on the other days.
Primarily, we have to understand Pune has two major zones. Pune, entire city is in red zone. Red zone means there will be some restrictions and some cases are happening and we have to be careful about it. That is the primary thing. So it is not that everybody vying for exemptions. Still the threat of corona has not gone. We are not in green zone, we are in red zone. So, but at the same time, we are passing more than 45 days, we have passed through the lockdown. There will be some requirements of people that those are being considered, and at the same time, what are the convenience one can give while taking measures for controlling the corona. So those are the things district administration thinks, and municipal commissioner issues the order with regard to containment order and what shops will be open or not. And with regard to essential goods, the collector will be issuing the order. And with regard to non-essential, in red areas, which are non-containment containment areas about 69 areas which are declared throughout the city, and they are specified and that is well published. So people have to, my request is you kindly check whether you are in containment or non-containment. So if you are in non-containment, shops which will be open on each day in a particular kilometer distance, what shops will be open on Monday, what shops will be open on Tuesday, and again on Wednesday. So some amount of relaxation is given, and kindly refer to the order issued by municipal commissioner in this matter. And these shops will be between up to 7 p.m. in the evening. This is the restriction.
Right. So that's very helpful. There's also a question on whether, fuel pumps, who will be allowed to go to those? Because there was a lot of back and forth on those, and whether only pass holders are allowed now or is it open for everyone?
So fuel pumps, the collector has issued very clear order who can get the fuel or not. My request to all the Punekars is corona threat is still there. We are in red zone as I said, and containment area are about 69 and it is going across Pune city. Though the areas may be restricted or shrunken to some size, the efforts are on to see that it is restricted to smaller and smaller area. But this cannot happen only by administration, means police or municipal authorities or doctors. It requires cooperation of people. So whatever may be permissions given to you, kindly ensure that only in extreme emergencies you are going out, not just going out.
And so what has been the response that you've seen from Punekars over the last many days? Because, you've been out on the field, your officers have been out on the field, your personnel have been there every day. And we've seen this, actually, it's been almost 2 months for us, at least in Maharashtra. So, people do get a little restless.
When Punekars have supported administration efforts like anything, so with their help we could do so many things. Like you said, for the last 1.5 to 2 months, it is entirely new thing. We have been inventing every day what is the new thing we have to do, and the situation is dynamic, and we are all undergoing through some pain, and all of us are looking to see that it is less and less pain. So with their efforts, actually, we could do more than what we could have done. For example, apart from the lockdown, where we are requesting people to be at home, with so much population, we could do with minimal number of cases where lockdown was enforced. Apart from lockdown, there was another thing. There are many daily wages. There are many poor people who cannot, who earn daily and then feed themselves. They have been supported by Punekars like anything. For money from police side itself, we have opened a social policing cell in which we have been supporting people with the help of 163 NGOs so far, and daily more than 45 to 46,000 people were given either food or grocery items per day. So all the money totaling about 11 lakhs plus. So this is a great thing which we could do only because of Punekars, generous Punekars support. Apart from this, we have just requested people to people who are fit enough and below 50 years of age to come forward and become special police officers. And I'm happy to say that more than 5,300 people have come forward and they have been appointed as special police officer. Special police officer has every duty of police without any remuneration. All these people have come voluntarily and working. And yesterday only we had the training on how to deal with the COVID patients, how to guide COVID patients or suspected COVID people in their areas, especially in slums. We are very happy they are doing a tremendous work. And we have released one more WhatsApp chatbot to do symptom tracking. If anybody has fever or dry cough or any other symptom which is of COVID, so which they are surveying on their own. It is a purely voluntary thing, and from that actually we could trace about 42 people who are having some symptoms and require special attention. So this citizen collaboration is tremendous in Pune.
All right. So you talked about citizen collaboration. A couple of questions related to passes also, which have come up. It's also come up from a reportage that some people actually who applied for passes had not heard from the police for about 3 or 4 days. One of them got a pass on the 5th, but the validity of the pass was only till the 4th of May, and hence he couldn't undertake his journey, which is just within the state. He wants to go to a different district, but he couldn't travel because the pass he got it on the 5th. But it was valid only till the 4th. So that's one of the concerns. The other one also is, there's one person here who's written that he comes under essential services and he had been issued a pass which was renewed till 3rd. However, it was not renewed till the 17th, and he has to travel to Chakan as he is IOCL chief plant manager and he has been called in. So these are some pass related concerns that a lot of people have.
We have two different phases. Initial phase, it was sudden, all of a sudden lockdown came and people were stuck in different places, wanted to go, and some people have stayed back. So many of them during that times, many people had emergencies. Like last time I said, QR based digital pass system was installed on 4th day by Pune police. More than 8 lakh requests have come on that, and many people who genuinely require, we have helped even during the lockdown 1 and lockdown 2 periods. In that, actually, to give some figures, cancer about 4,397 patients were helped, ICU patient 2,400, for surgery 2,500, dialysis more than 3,200 people, diabetic, pregnant 5,600, infant child 1,500 plus, some people in depression. All these people were helped out of the way because the social policing cell was functioning with a different motto altogether. Our motto was polite and firm, firmness while dealing with the lockdown, and politeness and service attitude for the people who need. This is what we have done. But now the phase is people who have stayed back for 40 days and they want to go home, and migrant labor also want to go home. It is a very gigantic problem, migrant labor, because some of the states want medical certificate, registration, prior consent and all that. For the last 4 days, special migrant labor cells are established in each police station, and there is a separate DCP working on that. We have more than 27,000 people registered on this migrant cell. We are facilitating by arranging medical doctor who can give them certificate, arranging for buses or train, so that they can go very smoothly with least inconvenience to their respective states. So this is a process is on. Some people have gone yesterday to Rajasthan, and some more will be going in next 2 or 3 days. Apart from this, there are individual people who are staying by state and they want to go back to their states or their districts. In that, we have taken that because there is a heavy load of more than 32,000 requests. What we have taken is death we are doing immediately because we have to prioritize. More than 400 people have given the death, and medical surgery 1500 plus, and standard students because students are studying and they should be least disturbed in their formative years. More than 3,259 students were given, and some are still pending. We are processing. Some people do not have vehicles, so we have talked to some of the agencies so that we can facilitate their getting vehicle also, because we don't want them somebody to bleed them because of in these circumstances. So that facilitation is also being done.
All right. Sir, there was a question that came up last time. It's coming up again. I can see in the comments here is that do we need a vehicle pass in a non-containment area?
Beyond 7 p.m. and morning 7 you require, and my request to you is move only if you must, avoid if possible.
Right. Another question that had come in about, when this is a question actually more for the Municipal Corporation of Pune. It's about domestic health and whether they can come back. That has been clarified by the collector himself. He said that call will be taken after the 17th of May. So that's not a question that they're tackling right now. But one of the questions that was directed to the police was that can morning walkers start their morning walks? Because this also had come up as a suggestion, saying that some of them for health reasons need to walk.
So bottom line is, as I said, bottom line is we do not have vaccine, we do not have treatment as on today. Even in the lockdown 3, government has specifically said people with morbid conditions is if one has undergone chemotherapy or if had cancer or having BP or diabetes or some other disease, or people above 60, 65 age, or people below 10 years of age, do not go out, do not venture out. Others also kindly see what is your health condition, whether you require to go. Go out only if it is a must, as I said, because as on today, we do not have vaccine or treatment for this. Prevention is the best thing, and prevention is social distance and personal hygiene and sanitation measures. This is what I think well advertised, and wearing mask too.
Right. One more question that has come up again. I know you've answered it, but it's just come up again, and a lot of people seem to be asking the same question. So I'll ask it to you again. Is that when will fuel be allowed to a person who doesn't have an e-pass?
But collector order with regard to fuel is very clear, I suppose. It's very, very clear. Like I said,
Yes,
you avoid going out in view of the circumstances as on today.
In fact, the collector has, earlier there was an order that fuel will only be given to pass holders, but the order has changed and now fuel is allowed. People can take fuel. That's the latest that we've heard from the collector's office.
With regard to buses for Rajasthan, we are doing, and some vehicles have already gone for Rajasthan yesterday. 10 buses have gone yesterday for Rajasthan. There was some question on that.
Right. There's another question that a lot of people saw starting Monday when wine shops opened once again. There were a lot of complaints about social distancing not being followed and how cops had to intervene as well. Now, yes, it's very clear that within containment zones, and in fact within 500 meters of containment zones, you're not allowed to open a wine shop. But as far as the other areas are concerned, again, will there be a policeman deployed at each of these? What is the situation there?
See, everywhere policemen cannot be there. It is all this. The lesson from this is self-discipline. So the detailed guidelines with regard to wine shops are issued by collector with regard to maintaining social distance and cleanliness and providing sanitizer, etc. And luckily, what we have seen in the last 3 days is more and more wine shops are following those measures, and the rush in front of wine shops has also come down to 30%.
So there's a question from Abhishek saying, how can we become special police?
But kindly call 100 number. Kindly call 100 number. Leave your number, and we will call you back and make you a special police officer.
Right. So what about those people who stay in Pune but have to travel to, say, MIDC areas in Chakan or outside, because now in some parts industrial activity has started. So for them, not all of them work at big companies, so sometimes transport can become an issue.
So some people are being allowed, but at the same time, kindly remember there is a night curfew 7 to 7. So in between, one can attend.
Right. And as far as the Varkari and the Palki is concerned, the Varkaris themselves have said that they don't want to break the tradition, but they're also willing to reduce the number of people to either 10 or 12. And while they're waiting for the government to sort of revert and tell them whether that will be something that's okay with the government, as far as the police and police provisions are concerned, like from the point of view of the police, do you think that that would be a problem at all to grant them permission?
No, I think whatever I have seen on TV, they have said whatever administration says they will do, and they respect the requirements of social distance. That is what I have heard, and they have yet to discuss with the district administration.
Right. So there are a lot of congratulatory messages also that are coming, and a lot of people are saying that thank you so much for helping out. You all are the real heroes, and thanks for coming online.
Yeah, I can
Also,
tell
many.
on this point one thing. Yesterday only I was speaking to neighboring state DGP. DG is the chief of police officer. Say he was asking me, we have challenge in one of the metro cities and also in the state to keep morale of the police for the last 40-45 days. But morale of police in Pune is very high. I asked the same question to our constables and officers. Why your morale is very high? What is the difference we are doing? So they said the difference is Punekars encouragement. For all good things, Punekars दिल खोल के अभिनंदन करते हैं. So we are very thankful to them, and our morale is high because you encourage us, you support us, and you collaborate with us. And we
Sir,
are together. We can fight this, and we can come out. What some of us are visualizing is in next few days cases will be rising because we are taking out all the contacts of people who have become positive. So while we take out, there will be positive cases for few days. After that, it will come down definitely, and Pune will be coming to green zone as soon as possible.
So you talked about how people can also help by staying at home. One more question with regards to that was some are still complaining about passes not being received. Even as I look at this and how the lockdown, there are questions on whether it's going to open after 17th. You talked about how there is a chance, and we're probably expecting cases to rise. We've seen Mumbai cross 10,000 just yesterday. So as far as that is concerned, for Punekars, how would you actually tell them in terms of there is a lot of fear when you see numbers rising? There is a fear because you're not really sure of what's the next step.
So, like I said, the scenario is, as I understand, is the cases are mostly concentrated in 5 to 6 slums in the city, Pune city. So, and those slums also are we are taking concentrated efforts from both from police side and also administration. As senior IAS officers are posted to ward level positions now. So, for example, Patil Estate we had cases. Police have concentrated on that and the cases have come down. Patil Estate, Lumbini Nagar, Lakshmi Nagar, Parvati Darshan, and Bhavani Pet, Ganj Pet, Tuljai Vasait, and Thadiwala Road, Ravivar Pet. All these places, what's happening is whatever cases were there and they are now coming down. As you understand, in a slum, social distance is a very difficult task. So in that actually, what the administration has been advocating is wearing of mask, personal sanitizer, and when we are using community toilet, cleanliness measures. All these are now seriously given. Many NGOs and corporates have supported us. Some of the police officers also have contributed, and they are distributing all this. Now administration has also come forward. Municipal corporation is purchasing all this mask, sanitizer, and they have now started distributing those things. So that's why I'm seeing with these efforts, definitely the cases will rise for first few days, and after that it will come down once contacts are taken out. Because it is what we have seen is when we say 69 clusters or 69 containment areas, their cases are more. So we are putting more efforts there. So definitely the cases will come down in that area. But at the same time, non-containment area doesn't mean that everything is free, we can move out. So that lurking fear of touching or getting from somebody who is positive, and maybe he is asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, because if it is pre-symptomatic, asymptomatic, one never knows. You will say ki it is a normal business transaction with a vegetable vendor or grocery shop owner, somebody like that. Many cases during this lockdown, what we have seen is whatever spread has happened because somebody was going to grocery store or vegetable vendor daily basis. So somebody has given to vegetable vendor and then he started distributing to others. So that's why we were requesting, and we still request you, if you are going for groceries, vegetables or any other essential, take all precautions and get once and wait for next 1 week or 10 days. Don't go out just because you are allowed. Don't go out, and just because you have a pass, don't go out, because ultimately together we can fight and reduce it. No individual agency can reduce this. But the positive, as I said, for the last few days, wherever the slums were there and they were showing large number of cases like Parvati Darshan, Tadiwala, Patil Estate and Khadak area, the cases are coming down now.
Right. Sir, I have a follow-up question to something you mentioned earlier about the police helping arrange doctors as well for migrants to get their certificates. Now, if certificates are made available by going to private doctors, would those be considered? Because there was some confusion yesterday, and one person who had spent a lot of money to get a certificate from a private doctor was not allowed when a cop stopped him.
Government has said registered medical practitioner is enough. They have nowhere they have said it is a government. So that's why we have requested some of the private doctors who are registered medical practitioners, not necessarily MBBS doctors. And I'm happy to say in that also, like I said, Punekar, for any community work or social work, they come forward. Most of the police station areas, senior inspectors requested, and many doctors came to police station so that migrant labor will not be going first they will go to police station, again to some hospital and wait. So we wanted to reduce that, and I'm happy to say that many doctors came voluntarily to police station and without charging fees, because some of our officers saw that this is an opportunity and some people were exorbitantly charging. Already they are pressurized with their income, and it is our need to help them and support them. And people are coming forward. And whoever is doctor listening to this and he wants to volunteer, kindly contact your nearest police station and our 100 number. Help us. Many migrant people who want to go in next 1 or 2 days, we are seeing that as early as possible we will facilitate, and so that they will remember that my Maharashtra means they will take care of Atiti.
Right. A couple of questions that have come up. One is about what is the situation in Wagholi, and the second one on cybercrime. We have heard of people losing money online simply because some of them are not used to dealing with online banking or facilities.
Yeah,
or
during this time, our
initiatives.
cyber cell has been very, very active, like cyber criminals are active. So, I'm happy to say that more than 75 lakh rupees were made to return by these fraudsters to the owners. And we are issuing regularly cyber alert letters on a regular daily basis, actually.
Right. And sir, what about Wagholi? What is the situation like in Wagholi?
Wagholi comes in a Gramin area. I am seeing that question actually. So it is on the border, and the
Right.
proposal for bringing Wagholi into Pune Commissionerate is pending with government. And once this lockdown is over, hopefully Wagholi will come into the city, and you will get more number of policemen.
Right. And sir, what about the police force itself? Because those who are above 55 years of age anyways are not on active field duty. So is that somewhere impacting even the numbers that you
So
have
in
in terms of
entire
police?
Maharashtra, more than 350 people got positive, and unfortunately we lost lives of more than 5 people, and one of which is from Pune city itself. But Pune city person had comorbid condition. He was having already BP over. Other than that, Pune has about 10 cases, and 10 cases also we went in detail all these things, because we from day one we thought seeing cases in other places like doctors getting and law enforcement officers getting in New York or Italy. we were very proactive in taking steps and with regard to wellness and welfare of police constables and officers. So we were engaging, senior officers are involved in communicating what measures they should be taking so that they will not become positive and how they can help in a different situation. I can, and then over this we have done one research study through pediatric department of BJ Medical College too. So they have administered various questions to our own staff. More than 90% of people have answered. 5,600 was the sample. In that, they have listed out what are the pain points, what are the stress issues, and how much knowledge they have about COVID. That was about 98.5. That was a happy thing to know by us. So they suggested about 28 issues, and all the 28 issues were addressed by our own officers' team, wellness and welfare team. So because of that, our number, Pune, touchwood as on today, is very less. But whoever has become positive, we are taking care. So like I said, 10 people, one died, and 3 people returned so far.
So one of the questions is, what are the bases on which digital passes are not approved? Because in some cases, if they have not been approved.
It depends now because see all the rules when we started the rules every day they keep changing because the situation is changing. So the first lockdown 1 was in a different phase and lockdown 2 has a different requirements. Lockdown 3 we have different requirements. We have understood and large number of cases which people were expecting that did not happen. That is a benefit we have got through lockdown. So now we will handle whoever is applying. We are giving even in the last 3 days, as I said, more than 6,000 passes for going out of Pune we have issued, depending on the requirement like death, medical surgery, or standard student, etc. So the rest about we have 27,000 and which we will be clearing in a day or two max. Please bear with us because we are looking. Many of you don't have vehicles to go out. Yesterday only, Maharashtra Cabinet has come out with a scheme for ST buses. So once ST bus is there, your travel would be easy. And meanwhile, we are talking to few agencies who will offer on government rates, not charge exorbitant rates. So if it is taking time, it is only to help you. Please bear with us.
There are a couple of questions, one on Dhanori, whether it's containment or non-containment zone, another one on what's the situation in Hinjawadi.
Pardon, I didn't get you, ma'am.
There's one question on Dhanori, whether it's a containment zone or not a containment zone, and another question on Hinjawadi, whether Hinjawadi, what is the situation there?
I would not be knowing about that. Kindly look into the order issued by Municipal Commissioner. You can see on CP Pune City Twitter also. I just attached those containment areas in detail, so you can just refer in those 69 areas.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to look at a few questions before we can let you go. But a lot of questions again, which have got repeated, is about how can they join the special police force. Again, you've answered that, talking about how they can dial 100 and then take it from there. There's also another question about whether domestic helps will be allowed. That question has come again. That's a call the collector will take a little later. He's going to take the call after 17th of May. There's also a complaint coming in about social distancing not being followed by vegetable vendors in Kharadi bypass. And again, more questions on how can they be police mitra. A lot of questions again on Hinjawadi. What about Hinjawadi? Is Hinjawadi a containment zone? So like the commissioner has said, he will be putting out a list of all...
Hinjawadi, I think industries are on. It comes under neighboring police commissariat, Pimpri-Chinchwad. But in Hinjawadi, many companies are on. Then IT companies are also allowed with 33%. That's what I recollect.
Yes. Yes, in fact, Infosys has started work with 33% of the workforce. So that is a little bit of an update on Hinjawadi. And there's also something coming up on
Bazaar is not green zone. There are less number of cases. It's nice, but not green zone.
Right. Okay. A lot of people have a lot of questions on Hinjawadi, but yes, you've already said that it falls outside of your zone. But yes, IT companies have also started working there. The workforce, the permitted currently is at 33%. Cyber crimes is a question you've taken. So we will be posting.
Not many cases, but kindly do not go. That is a question I'm seeing there.
So there's a suggestion that has come in from someone saying, can 1 or 2 SPOs be placed at wine shops if police personnel can't be placed outside all wine shops?
We are requesting wine shop only to keep people because they are doing the business, and some of them have kept, and whoever has not kept is being advised to do so.
All right. All right, sir. A lot of questions. Some of them are repeated. So as I just go through them very quickly, Talegaon Dabhade has one positive case. Someone has talked about that, and if there can be help provided there. Social cyber crimes are increasing. What can be done about that? Many also congratulating the work that police force is putting in. What about non-essential shops? There's a question, Gaurav, you've posted quite a few times. There's a very clear list that has already been put out. Non-essential shops have been divided into two categories: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Some categories of shops will be open and they will be electronics,
Interstate travel, some
computers.
people, genuine reasons we are giving. Some people, somebody has put question. And whoever wants to help police. So there are two things. One is you can become special police officer in these circumstances. And here now the present work will be more on guiding people with regard to COVID-19. You can call 100 and become a special police officer. Other than that, some people have been asking us, sir, we want to help police in terms of cash. So cash we would not be accepting, but there is a police welfare fund where you can call 100 number. We will give you account number and also IFSC code. And some people, if you want ATC, ATG benefit, there is another account that also we can give. That will go into central fund, and it will not be individual, and it will be managed by senior officers for the welfare of constabulary and officers.
Right. Again, a question that has come up quite a few times is about domestic helps. That question has been answered by the collector. He said that the call on that will be taken after the 17th of May. So a lot of people who've asked that, I'd just like to repeat that. And yes, someone has said kitchen and home appliances should be allowed. Yes, that is one of the shops that are now going to be open. The timing for that is fixed. It's a 12-hour window. It is going to be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. In containment zones, timing for only essential shops is much more limited. It's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And in containment areas, many slums, actually municipal corporation has decided to provide grains so that from the house they will not come out, so that we can downgrading from containment to red zone to green, orange and green will happen fast. So even in containment zone, relaxation is given, but we would request people to stay home, to take grains in the house and stay home, so that we can come down very fast.
And one more question that's come in, is traveling within the city okay for work purposes during the daytime?
Will pass.
Perfect. And there's also a suggestion on, can home delivery be started for liquor? That's a question that has come up in one of the comments right now.
Home delivery, one of the district in Maharashtra is attempting, so let us see how it works.
All right. Okay, thank you so much for your time. And we're really grateful to you for taking the time to speak to us. There were a lot of queries, especially with regard to timings and what shops can or cannot be open. So thank you so much for taking all those
Thank
queries.
you very much, and thank you all the listeners and viewers, and thank you Punekars for all the support so that we keep doing more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'll just quickly recap before we end this live what we've seen in terms of data from Pune. We've seen a total number of people who've been tested in Pune district is over 18,000. The total number of COVID positive cases is 2,300. All of this data is as of last evening. The data will get updated today. We've also seen 127 deaths. Again, this data is as of last evening. But it's important that there have been some additions made as far as which are the shops that can now stay open. And this also includes what were earlier considered non-essential shops. But there are timings for those. So there's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and shops like electronics, computer applications, repair work. Those can be open on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And a set of other stores like vehicle repairs, hardware, plumbing, clothing, dairy, construction work, all of those can remain open on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So these are the new changes that have come up. Yes, containment zones continue to be, areas where people movement will not be allowed. The timings there of essential services also are restricted between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, and we look forward to having many more such sessions. Thank you.
Thank you.